What is happening, Magnus sites? It has been a minute since the whole Will Smith, Chris Rock, Oscars incident. And Will Smith has emerged with a video, I guess, filling us in on certain things. And it's called It's Been a Minute. So let's check this out and see what the man has to say. Sounds a little nervous.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out.
That's fair.
So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable.
True. And
I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something?
Yeah.
No.
That's a lot of people was wondering.
I
think she just gave him a look.
On my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris, Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me. And it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment.
Because that's all anybody remembers.
I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts it hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and
it still seems disturbed.
A mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Okay. You know what I was hoping? I was hoping he would have interjected a lighter question, kind of like how people were like, I bet you if it was The Rock, you wouldn't have slapped him. To see how he would have answered that. Because that's what everybody kept saying. You slapped Chris Rock, but if it was The Rock, would you have still walked up there and slapped him? All right, so taking it down a little. It seemed heartfelt. It seemed heartfelt. He seemed real about it. His voice is quivering, and he seemed nervous and still disturbed by the whole incident. He acknowledged his wrongdoing. He apologized again to Chris. He said he was foggy, and I believe him on that. Like, it was such a crazy, emotional moment. Especially you're processing, I just slapped this dude in front of the whole world. Like, all that. You got what I'm saying? And he was crying during the speech. I mean? Like, he was messed up mentally. So, I can get that. I can get that and understand that. Not condoning it or saying it's right, but I can understand what he's saying here. I think he's got a long road back from what I have collectively seen on the internet, after that happened. So, he seems like a genuine person. He's always seemed like a genuine person. And, we'll see if he's able to gain the world's trust in him again. So, I don't mind giving second chances. I realize, yes, he's human, and a lot of people make mistakes, and when you are a celebrity, they make it as if you're Jesus and you're perfect, and if you make a mistake, for some reason, you can never be forgiven. I don't even know these celebrities, and, I can let a lot of things go. We understand there are certain things out there, like, you find bodies in somebody's basement, stuff like that. It's like, okay, well, can't really let that go, but, that slap was a pretty big slap, and that's going to be remembered for a very long time, and it's something, I guess, with the right actions and apologies and words and future endeavors that, I would think that the world would probably, welcome Will back in a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? So, I don't hate on the man. I think it was a very crazy situation. And I felt for Chris, and I thought Chris handled it very well, rather than just having two brothers up there fighting. He kind of took a step back, I think he really assessed the situation. And, Will's been going through a lot of crap mentally. I think he assessed that all in that same moment, and he handled it better than just throwing another punch or another insult or something like that. I think he handled it very professionally, did it very well. So, post comments down below. Let me know what you all think. Is this a step forward? This is a step toward redemption? What do you think? I personally think it is. Yeah, let me know. I think the man can be forgiven and can gain it back, but we'll just have to see. He's not going to have to prove much to me. I think that, apologizing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, it does have have a certain amount of weight. There's a certain amount of times where it's like, if you're apologizing, it just doesn't have any weight anymore, but it's going to be through apologizing and actions. They probably going to do a whole Oprah mediated conversation and everything, and if Chris publicly forgives him and all this other stuff, and it's going to be a whole show, I think, over the next few months or years, depending on how they do this. And if the man truly is honest and sorry and wants redemption and forgiveness, I think that he can get that. 10 million subscribers.